Hello everybody and welcome to Judge Mathas, and today on trial stands Shovel Knight. Yeah, Shovel Knight! It's finally out! After running a Kickstarter that far exceeded its initial expectations, gaining like a little over $300,000 I think, Shovel Knight is finally released on Steam and looks to bring back the old action platformers of the past, more aptly probably late NES and most of the SNES era of games. And it is $15 on Steam, or your regional equivalent. I will make sure to drop the link below. And this is fun to see this out. I mean, Shovel Knight has been something I've seen probably the past few years at all the PAXs that I've been to. And every time I see it and play it, I just get more and more excited for it. And when the game came out and I got my review copy, I jumped in right away. I played a bunch, and quite frankly, I friggin' love it. It's one of those games that, you know, Kickstarter games can basically be like, hey, yeah, no, it was pretty good, or it was good. Shovel Knight is fucking excellent. It is one of the best games I've played in a long time. It really brings back that old feeling of those action platformers that I played and grew up with as a kid. I mean, when I was growing up in the late 80s and then the 90s, this is the kinds of games that I grew up with. This is the stuff that I played day in and day out. And Shovel Knight really captures the magnificence of those games and adds its own modern spin to it here and there. So let's jump in, let's play. I'll talk about why I freaking love the game. I'm going to start a brand new game and show you basically some of the stuff. So this will just be like, we'll just slap this on. You know what we'll call this one? We'll call this one Matt has. That way I know this is not the one I'm playing normally. I am going to skip the story, of course. There is a story in the game. I am not going to talk about the story because, unlike a lot of games like this, there's actually a story worth watching. We'll go ahead and skip it as quickly as I can, and we'll jump right into the first level. So, this is Shovel Knight. As you can see, graphically, it is very reminiscent of those old games. It's your typical controls. I'm using the Xbox 360 gamepad here. If you have one, I highly recommend using it. And we've got ourselves, you know, left and right on the joystick, A jumps, and X will use my shovel. You are a Shovel Knight. You are a knight that carries around a shovel, and it is your job to go around the world and basically stop the evil enchantress from taking over the planet. Essentially is the story. I'm not going to go through an incredible amount of detail again as a story because the story does have a tale worth listening to. And I am not going to ruin it for you because this is a game you need to play. This is absolutely a game that is worth every single penny that you put to it. Right away, I mean, you might be able to tell, it is an incredibly polished game. The controls are not wonky at all. It fits well. And if you can hear the music, which you should be able to, oh, the music is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely wonderful. So we're going to be going around levels, and this is a tutorial level, so it's going to be pretty simple. But one of the greatest things about this game is the level design. The level design in this game is, bar none, some of the best I've seen in a game like this in a long time. It does a lot to teach you the game at its first level without actually bringing up tutorials and teaching you. Simply, you know, introducing mechanics that you as a player would naturally figure out as they're brought to you. I mean, one of the ones that I just did was the bubble that rose up, and you know, after figuring things out and messing with the controls a little bit, you can quickly realize that, hey, I've got this whole DuckTales ability to just jump down and bounce up and down on enemies and stuff. Maybe I could do that on bubbles, and you can. And, you know, they're going to bring around little mini bosses like this, and you can kind of do the same thing here. And this is, you know, a lot of what the game does early on is that it introduces new mechanics to the game that are going to be integral to you playing the game without basically treating you like an idiot, I guess is the best way to describe it. Let's go ahead and kill him off. And, you know, I always applaud games that do that. I mean, in a lot of games nowadays, in a lot of modern games, the game is more willing to handhold you and teach you everything, you know, through written tutorials and like, press this to do this. And they basically treat the player like an idiot. Older games never did that. And Shovel Knight is basically no exception. It is very much willing to treat you like a competent player, realizing that its control scheme isn't necessarily the most complicated thing in the world, and expects you to just figure it out. Now, there are plenty of secrets in this game as well, which I love. And in games like this, when growing up, there were lots of secrets in levels and stuff, and this game is all about secrets. There are so many secrets in this game to just check out, and we are looking at one right now. I mean, granted, this is a tutorial level. It wasn't as hidden as a lot of other ones are going to be, but it's a good way to introduce to the player the idea of secrets. We ended up grabbing a little musical sheet there, and those are collectibles, and there are quite a lot of collectibles in the game. But those collectibles, outside of producing more music tracks for you to listen to, are also monetarily beneficial. Now, this game is more than just an action platformer. You might be wondering, well, what's the point of collecting all of the money if it's just a score thing? Mathas, I'm not a score tech kind of guy. I don't particularly care about score. Is there another purpose to it? Well, my friend, you're in luck. There actually is another purpose to the score, to the gold up top. This does have very, and I do mean very, light RPG elements in the game. And what those take place in the form of the town in the game. And the town itself is a place you can kind of go around and upgrade your character's max health, as well as his max mana for when we are introduced to magic later on in the game. And you use the gold to do that. You also can buy other things in the town. I probably won't spend a lot of time in the town because the town's actually pretty big. And going there is something I think you should explore for yourself because there's a lot of really well-written dialogue in there. But I will, of course, show you some of the more important aspects of the town. Now, you might have noticed me passing these things right here. These right here are what I would consider a modern touch added to the game. These are checkpoints. So if you die, what ends up happening, and we can die right now just to show it off. What happens when you die is the bags of money end up showing up. And you get sent back to the nearest checkpoint, and that's how much money they show you is lost. So, as long as you can make it back to where you died, you have the opportunity to get your money back. Alright, let's grab that back. If you die again, it's Dark Souls-y in that you will then lose even more money, and the money you lost prior is gone forever. So think of it like a bloodstain in Dark Souls is a simpler way of looking at it. It's not nearly as bad because you're not losing all of your money, but you are losing a good chunk, and again, cash is pretty effing important in this game. Oh, whoop. Alright, we gotta be careful about that. Again, controls super slick, super tight, and I do adore it quite a bit. I really can't help but praise this game ridiculous amounts. There's a chest in there, by the way. Secret. It's been an absolute pleasure to play, and Yacht Club Games has done such a friggin' phenomenal job with this game. It's baffling how good it is because, you know, I've played so many Kickstarter games in my time, and I get Kickstarter games sent to me all the time. Kickstarter games that are not complete yet, Kickstarter games that have finished their funding, and then they kind of disappear without a whisper, like they release the game, but it's not as good as they'd like. And, you know, you get those kind of all the time, and to finally get one that I feel like rivals games of its ilk. You know, Northern Lion, in his checkout of the game, actually talks about, you know, rivaling Mega Man 9 and 10 because Mega Man 9 and 10 was Capcom's, you know, throwback to old school Mega Man that they created a few years ago. It was, you know, I would say maybe 3 years ago, they made Mega Man 9 and 10 in the vein of old school Mega Man, and it's excellent. They're excellent games. There's no doubt in my mind that they're excellent games. I love them. Shovel Knight is as polished and is as good as those games. It is a beauty to look at. It is a wonder to listen to. The music in it is phenomenal. Once you realize the controls, and you know, not necessarily realize, let me rephrase that, I apologize. Once you kind of mastered the controls and really get a hold of how the game works, I could see this game, and I'm thinking about it because there's the marathon going on right now, easily be one of those speedrun games. Like, this is a game that I feel like with the right amount of skill could easily be a game that people could start to speedrun. There's just, the mechanics are tight and they work well enough for that to be a possibility. So let's go ahead and do what we did to the other dragon here. These are kind of like mini bosses. Usually these guys drop a lot of money and a little bit of health. There's the health, and we'll grab all that cash. And we're coming up to our first boss fight very, very, very soon. So, you gotta, and again, like Mega Man, as the levels go on, it's gonna become more apparent. A lot of the difficulty isn't necessarily the enemies themselves, it's the enemy placement. You know, this kind of stands up there with Volgar. Volgar was one of those games that I loved, and Volgar is a throwback to the older games of its ilk in a different form. Obviously much more of the difficult form. I would say it's more of like a Ghouls and Goblins type of game rather than maybe an action platform, even though Ghouls and Goblins is an action, or Ghosts and Goblins rather. I don't know why I'm saying Ghouls and Goblins is an action platformer. I'd say that was like, it was notorious for its difficulty. This is kind of more notorious, like, it's up there. It's right up there with Volgar the Viking in its polished feel and how fun it is. So let's go ahead and check left, see if there's a bonus over here. There is a secret. Again, when in doubt, go left. A lot of secrets can be found that way. And we're going to find this chest, and he's going to dig in. The animations, by the way, fucking pitch perfect. I mean, they're obviously not the smoothest things in the world, but they're emulating, you know, older games, and they look great. This game has such a sense of humor about it, too, that I absolutely adore. I don't know. I apologize if I sound like I'm doing nothing but praising this game, but I've been having such a friggin' good time with it. Wall Chicken, it's Castlevania for you right there. There's lots of throwbacks to older games like this. This is going to be our first little boss fight. This is Black Knight. Black Knight, essentially, I'm going to skip this, is essentially the enemy that you're going to actually come across throughout the game multiple times, and you're going to have to fight multiple times. He's like the Proto-Man of Mega Man, essentially. So my tactic for fighting this guy is to stay really, really close and just jump up and down on his head. And if you can actually get some really decent hits off on him. As long as you can keep bouncing around on his head like this. Like this right here is perfect. Like, I've only fought him, like, that's the second time I've ever fought him, and I kind of figured it out right away. It's just the tutorial level. So, as we say, we find 5,000 gold. We'll show you the town, and then I'll go through the next level. Black Knight will get up and run away, because we're going to have to fight him later on in the game, and we'll move on. So, the next part, in between levels, you kind of have Shovel Knight camping out and getting ready to move on. He's going to have a dream here in the first one where he's catching Shield Knight. Essentially, Shield Knight is what is potentially his love interest, and for the sake of not spoiling anything, she's missing. So we're now going to have a quick dream where we have to catch her. I don't know what purpose this serves. I don't know if there's more money or points or whatever, but we have to play Catch Shield Knight wherever she is, and we can go ahead and jump, and we can catch her. Woohoo, we did it. I don't think we get anything extra out of that, and now we're in the morning. If I move the joystick around, he shakes. If I hit A, boom, he wakes up, and we head on. Now we're going to get something that is reminiscent of like Mario 3, where we have this world map, or any Super Mario world. This is the map. More gets revealed as you progress. This is the town. We can't go anywhere until we go to the town, at least in a new game, because it's got to teach you about it. So let's go ahead and get to the new town. And here's where a lot of the upgrading and the light RPG aspects come in. It's where you're going to spend a lot of your time. So you can't go into any of the buildings, but you can talk to pretty much everybody who walks by. And this guy right here is the guy who's going to take your music sheets. He basically says he'll pay you $500 for music sheets, and he's going to take it from you. And with this, we can go ahead and actually have him play a song if we really want. This is something that'll play, I think, only while you're in the town. So we've got... Oh, where'd it go? We got the Rival and Sprite the Earth. So let's go ahead and play the Rival. Perfect. Again, music is so well done. I mean, obviously it's bit sprite music, but it's just so good. So here we are. In this area right here is an area where we can start doing some upgrades. So this guy right here will cook you food that will permanently upgrade your health, and this lady will permanently upgrade your mana. Now we don't get we don't get any magic till the next level. So I'm gonna talk to this goat guy right here, and I am going to go ahead and buy a meal ticket. We spend 1,000 on a meal ticket, and I could say, all right, cool. I'm gonna go hand the meal ticket to this guy up here. I'll give it to him. He's going to cook me up some food, and I will then, you know, collect the food, and my health will be upgraded permanently. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, he cooked me a salad. Delicious. So now we have 5 health. Now we have enough to get one more, so we can go ahead and buy another meal ticket. It's going to cost more this time, but I am going to go ahead and buy it. And I will go ahead and upgrade my health a second time because there's no point in not. So let's go ahead and make him work on that. Now you're going to see a little arrow bottom right with a ladder. There's actually some other stuff down there. I don't want to spoil it because there is actually a little secret down there if you pay attention. And there's some cool stuff down there that you can spend your money on as well. Again, I'm doing my best to avoid a lot of spoilers because this game has a lot of stuff that you can kind of just discover and stumble upon on itself. So we have, ooh, what do we got in here? Nothing. All right, there's actually another little secret over here that I'm going to end up getting. So we're going to stand on this lady. Let's let her come over this way. Come on, I need you to come over a little bit further. Boom, up here. So we got another musical sheet that we can go hand in, which I'll do, and we have a treasure chest as well. Now there's a lot of money that we can spend to help make up this. I love that the townsfolk are just like animals and people. It's really weird. I like to look nice on my day off. They just say random things. I remember before the Order of No Quarter when we weren't afraid to walk around like this. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's head out. So let's go to the next level. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a difficulty spike. So we have a lot of different choices. We can go here. We can go here. I actually will go down to this castle. I haven't played this one yet, and I want to do something a little bit different and maybe show you how it can be just a little bit challenging. Music is great. You got to get the typical haunted level. So let's go ahead and see what we got. This looks like it's going to be... Oh, interesting. Can I, like... Huh. I wonder if I can, like... Alright. Alright, there's a frog. I'm actually just more interested in maybe like, that looks like those plants will provide a mechanic to jumping higher, maybe some access, some secrets. That's the other thing this game does well too, is like I said, it introduces mechanics in the game that are relatively new every single level. Oh boy, is that a ghost? And it looks like we're gonna, maybe if we can, oh, okay. Alright, let's see if we can do something here. So I can't actually do any damage to this ghost thing. Alright, I can't actually, oh, that's not what I wanted. Interesting, I'm gonna miss a gem there. That's unfortunate that I'm gonna miss that gem. That's fine, let's move on and see what we've got going on down here. So let's go ahead and pop this. We get a little wall. Ah, bomb. Ah, see, again, naturally introducing mechanics in the game that are going to be otherwise very useful. Okay, let's go ahead and, his head came off. Interesting. Ah, that's awesome. Kill him with his own head. That's got to be bad. You know, you see your own skull coming at you and you know it's the death of you. All right, and I effed that up. Damn it. I was hoping I was going to be able to jump on him, but let's see if we can head back. Yeah, we can. We can use this guy. I'm going to do a little scooting out over this way. Can I? Really? Let's try again. He's going to come back this way. Let's see if we can get up there. I really want to get that chest. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. All right, so we got some money. Again, we're going to need the money as we go back to town, as things get more and more expensive the more we go through them. And we got a checkpoint here. Now, checkpoints, unlike the tutorial level, something I forgot to mention. Checkpoints, if you're feeling brave and want more money, you can actually bust the checkpoints. You can actually break the checkpoints and get a big-ass gem from them. I don't necessarily want to do that, not yet anyway, because I have not played this level yet, but it's definitely a possibility. Okay, I need to see if I can get this guy. I want to see if I can use him to jump up to that ladder. Is he going to jump up here? No. No, he's not. All right, well, that sucks. I'll have to come back again. There is definitely some replayability to be had. Okay, this guy's a pain. Wow. Ah. All right, Jesus. Let's go ahead and just get on top of him. Perfect. That jump, that down mechanic that's reminiscent of other of games like DuckTales, definitely useful. All right, let's go ahead and... These guys are difficult. This level is actually much more difficult than I expected it to be. So what we need to do, obviously, is jump up on that. Let's see if there's a secret over here. Nope. Make sure you dig walls, man. Digging walls is the way to go. You'll find a lot of secrets that way. You know, I'm not even remotely hesitant in calling this game one of my favorite games so far. Like, I really, truly believe that this game is going to be one of those indie classics that people will look back on and just absolutely love that it came out. It is so well done. I can't help but just sing this game's praises. I'm so happy I was excited for this game because very, very few games get me excited. And when they do get me excited, I get nervous that I get excited because I don't want to get excited for a game that ends up sucking. I mean, obviously it happens a lot in the industry where you get burnt on a lot of games because they don't end up being what they promised they're being. And it's so really. Huh, I missed something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover those. And as I was saying, it's so refreshing to be able to play a game that actually delivers on the promises it made. And it does so confidently. It's just awesome. So I thought... I thought I could jump up and down on those things right there. Does not seem to be the case. I don't know if I can actually... I can shovel it. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll move on. I'm gonna have to lose some of that money over there. It's unfortunate, but I do want to get to the end of the level, show off whatever boss ends up being here, and seeing how poorly I end up figuring it out. So this is pretty easy. We can figure that one out. Nice little secret over here. Can't see anything. I kind of want to wait for the ghost to do his thing. Alright, let's try not to fuck this up. Alright, a little bit of a difficult platforming section, but our pro shoveling skills are able to get us through. There's some water there. Oh. Alright. Alright, so we were able to squish him. Oh, he's actually like super heavy. Okay, it's this guy that was causing it, not me. Interesting, interesting. So I wonder. So we can kind of raise that. Alright, cool. I get it, I get it. So more than one, it looks like it's a more than one thing kind of situation. If there's more than one thing on the platform itself, it will start to sink into the water. And of course, you know, typical trope, we can't actually swim. I can't. Alright, I don't know if I like this lightning mechanic all that much. It's making me have to be patient, and I'm not a patient fella. Okay, well, I fucked that up. Get rid of that guy. Let's just dig, 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 dig. Moving on. Okay. So far, so good. Now we're going to actually have to sink there, it looks like. Where else am I going to see this? Where else can I go? Was I supposed to get the frog on this? See, okay. We found something I'm not exactly a big fan of. I don't necessarily like this mechanic of the lightning because I'm trying to figure out the environmental puzzle, and it's not exactly clear as to what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here. Come on. Come on, man. You gotta stay down. Come on. Like, oh, come on. Are you serious? Oh, you know what I bet I could do? Let's try something here. Because I don't want to hurt myself any more than I have to. We'll use this. There we go. I don't want to get myself stuck down here, but I don't know if I have a choice. Alright, there we go. Oh, thank God. Well, alright, hopefully one of those is like a chicken. I would say wall chicken, but it's not really in the wall. Let's find out. Sometimes they could be just money, I think. So a nice little wall chicken. Ah. Alright, nope. Can't get it. Try to time it. Time that popping, but that didn't work. There's definitely got to be a secret over there. It's a nice little checkpoint. And I would like to get up there. We could actually just maybe not. I'll say we could actually just avoid these frogs, but alright, well, that works for me. Let's actually go ahead and use him to get to the secret here. Beautiful. Ooh, musical note. I'll take it. And we can just go ahead and do that. I know now, yeah, this does say there's probably. Oh, Jesus. There was 2 of them on there. Damn it. I was like, there's probably a secret or something, but no. Move on. So we're halfway through the level. Oh, come on. Come now. So let's go ahead and get rid of him then if there's going to be this guy here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Nice little pile of garbage that has lots of trash in it. I mean, lots of gems in it, rather. Now let's just go ahead and just skip him over. Now, I can go ahead and do this. Grab that. Can I dig this out? I can't. I wonder if there's a bomb somewhere. Oh, and you know what I bet I have to do? I bet I have to... Oh, okay. Interesting. This looks like a secret of some sort, though. Please do not attack me, sir. Ah. Alright, this should work. He's not going to be able to do much when I get him in the corner there. Again, a little bit OP, that downward attack. As long as the enemy's susceptible to it. We'll go ahead and grab that checkpoint and just move on. Up. Down you go, buddy. Looks like there... Oh, if I destroy the grave... Oh, I bet you that secret then I could jump... That went way back. I bet you I could jump up and... I bet you I could jump on those headstones, the one I fell into the water from. That would make more sense. Alright, Get some platforming I can see. Alright, good enough. Visible enough, rather. Okay. And there we go. Whew, that was tight, man. And this looks like we're about to go into our boss fight, so let's go ahead and do it. What do we got? Great, it's gonna be one of those dark fights. This is Specter Knight. This is no place for the living mortal. I'm actually gonna skip this. I don't want to. I'll learn the story when I come through this level a second time on my actual playthrough. All right. Throws a scythe. Ah, okay. So he's got a little bit of a teleporting mechanic. He's gonna be one of those. He's probably gonna be a bit more of a difficult boss fight. The two bosses I've fought so far have been pretty. I don't want to say simple, but I was able to figure out what their shtick was pretty quickly. All right. We can just go ahead and... Oh, damn it. Let's go ahead and just jump up and down on him a bunch. Again, the pogo ability is just OP, man. Too OP. If I had to level one complaint, quote-unquote, up against the game, I think its difficulty, at least so far, has not been super hard. I mean, I'm obviously playing, you know, earlier levels, but for the most part, it has not been the most difficult thing in the world. Alright, so he's making things dark. He's got 6 more hits on him. If I can... Oh, damn it. We might actually die. Here I am complaining about difficulty, and I'm going to die like a scrub. Oh, shit. Alright, we're good. I'm going to stay down here until I figure out where he is. Like, staying on these platforms seems like a silly idea. Oh, and I'm dead. Alright. Well, here I am complaining that the boss fight's too easy, and I get my ass kicked. Let's try that again. I mostly get what he's trying to do here. Luckily, the checkpoint's right there. And, you know, after you die, you don't have to go through the whole cutscene or the whole dialogue boxes again. He just kind of does his opening animation, and you kind of move on. There we go. Perfect. If I can just keep bouncing up and down on him. There we go. That was actually a really good volley of attacks there. Yeah, I gotta learn to not jump until after he throws the scythe. And after he's done spinning it. As long as the scythe's spinning, I'm gonna get hit. And I should know that by now. So right here, I'm gonna just kind of do this volley of attacks. Oh wow, he's already almost dead. We had a much better... After I was able to learn it, we've had a little bit of a better go at it, I guess. Alright, now he's gonna make things dark and a little bit harder for me to see. And we still get hit. Come on. 2 more hits. Just 2 more hits. I've got 4 on me. So he's moving around a lot more, and it's really hard to see him. Really? That hit me? Oh, I'm going to end up dying, aren't I? Oh, I got him. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll take it. All right, and that's going to be the end of this level. It was a pretty tough one. I'm actually going to wrap this video up here. I don't want to show any more. This game is better experienced than watched, in my opinion. It is absolutely top-notch. It is polished. It is fun. It's entertaining. It's funny. Graphically, it looks really good as far as what it obviously attempts to do. The music is just phenomenal. It's just good. If you enjoy these types of games, if you grew up enjoying these games, hell, even if you didn't grow up enjoying these types of games, or grew up with these types of games, but enjoy this genre, do yourself a favor, drop the $15, and go get Shovel Knight. It's super worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. The jury is on you. What do you think of the game? The judge gives us the thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.